welcome back to the channel. My name is Lloyd. Today this video is a very special video because I want to share something on AWS Transit Gateway. We are going to learn a lot. Stick and stay, watch the video to the end. I promise you will gain a lot of insight in this video. If you haven't subscribed yet, kindly subscribe to the channel. Let's grow the community together, road to 100 subscribers. Make it happen. I believe you guys. Let's learn together. Okay, so let's jump right into the video. AWS Transit Gateway AWS Transit Gateway simplifies network architecture by enabling seamless connectivity between virtual private clouds, that's VPCs, and on-premises networks. It also acts as a hub that allows you to connect multiple VPCs and VPN connections. In this step-by-step guide, I will walk you through the process of setting up AWS Transit Gateway. But before we go into the tutorial, let's look at some of the key benefits of using AWS Transit Gateway to share resources between VPCs. So here are some key features and benefits I want to share with you. The first one is centralized network hub. So AWS Transit Gateway serves as a centralized point for managing connectivity across multiple VPCs and on-premises networks, and thus streamlining your network administration and reducing network complexities. The other key benefit is scalability. It supports the seamless scaling of network connectivity. So as your infrastructure grows, accommodating increasing traffic becomes less easier, and also resource demands without disrupting existing connections. That's scalability. The other key benefit is also transitive routing. With AWS Transit Gateway, you can establish transitive routing between interconnected networks, and that's allowing traffic to flow between various VPCs and on-premises environment without the need for any complex peering relationships. Integration with AWS services. Transit Gateway integrates seamlessly with other AWS services such as VPCs, AWS Direct Connect, and AWS VPN. That's by providing a comprehensive networking solution that is tailored to the needs of any cloud-based applications. And the last one is centralized network monitoring and management. So in terms of network management, Transit Gateway offers centralized monitoring and management capabilities, allowing administrators to gain insight into network traffic. So you are able to troubleshoot connectivity issues and also enforce security policies effectively. That's by implementing AWS Transit Gateway to share resources among VPCs. So these are the key benefits I want to share with you. If you have any questions regarding these benefits, kindly comment in the comment section below, and then I will answer your questions ASAP. Now that we've looked at what AWS Transit Gateway is, and then we also look at the key benefits of AWS Transit Gateway, now we will dive into the tutorials so that we see how to set up AWS Transit Gateway in real time. And then also, once we are done with the setup, we'll also pin some of the resources in the various VPCs and see how everything works. Before that, we will look at the diagram of what we'll be creating today. As you can see on my screen, let me adjust this a bit. So this is what we are going to implement today in this video. So you can see we have users here, and then we also have the AWS Transit Gateway as the central hub that is connecting to these three VPCs, all on different CIDR. You can also see we have the route tables here, and then we have the instances, we have subnets. So as you can see here, all these three VPCs are communicating and sharing resources via the AWS Transit Gateway. So this is what we'll be working on today. Kindly subscribe to the video, like, share, and let's grow the channel together. Okay, so in order to create in order to implement the AWS Transit Gateway, the first thing we need to do is to first log into the AWS console and then search for AWS Transit Gateway in the search, or you can go to VPCs and then go down. You can see we have Transit Gateway. So first of all, we need to create our Transit Gateway. So we select Transit Gateway from here and then click on Create Transit Gateway. Now we'll give it a name as Demo Transit Gateway in short. And then a description. This is a demo, so I'm going to leave it the way it is. We will also leave everything here as default. This will be taken care of by AWS. We don't need to give it any CIDR. AWS will take care of that. We just go ahead and then create the Transit Gateway. So as you can see, our Transit Gateway is in a pending state. When you look at the details here, the state is pending. We have the Amazon ASN ID, which was created by AWS. We also have the association route table ID, this, and we also have the propagation route table ID here. And then we have the Transit Gateway ARN, which is this. Now, the next thing for us to do is to go ahead and then create attachments. So we need to create attachments. That is what we'll be attaching the VPCs in order for them to communicate. So in this case, we need to create attachments. So once the Transit Gateway is being created, you can go ahead and then create the attachment. The same process, you scroll down to Transit Gateway and then click on attachment. So these are proud to the demo. So when you look at the diagram, we have three VPCs. So 1, 2, and then 3. So in this scenario, if you have 10 VPCs, you need to create 10 attachments. If you have for each VPC, if you have 5, you need to create 5 attachments for each VPC. And that's exactly what we are going to do. So we are going to create 3 attachments for this VP because we only have 3 VPCs. So here we create the first one. We'll give it a name, demo dash hub. That's for the first VPC. We'll select the Transit Gateway, which is this one, and then select the attachment type is what VPC. There are other options depending on what you are working on. So we have VPC, peering connection, VPN, and then connect. But in this scenario, we select VPC because we are working in a VPC attachment. We'll leave everything as default, and then we'll select the VPC ID. So the first one is this. That's the hub VPC. As you can see, we have selected all the subnets. So let's see which subnets we are in. We need a public subnet, and there's also a public subnet. Then we leave everything as default and then click on create attachment. So we created our first attachment for the first VPC. As you can see, the state is pending. We'll go ahead and create the second attachment. Also name it demo 2, and then select the transit gateway, which is this one. VPC, the attachment type VPC. Select the VPC ID, which is demo 2, and then also select the public subnet, and then click on create attachment. So this the attachment for our second VPC that is being created, also in a pending state. We'll go ahead and then create another attachment for the third VPC. So in this regard, we'll click on create, then we'll give it a name as demo 3, select the transit gateway ID, and then the type is VPC. Select the VPC ID, which is demo 3, and then change this to public because we are selecting public because we are deploying resources in the public subnet and not in a private subnet. So just note that. Then we click on create. So as you can see, the first attachment is ready. The demo 1, demo 2, and demo 3 attachments are being created. Okay, so as you can see, demo 2 is also ready, and it is available. When you select, you can see the details available here. So we have 2 subnets attached. We are not working with any IPv6 at the moment, so we just disable it. Okay, so now that our attachments are created, the next thing is to go ahead and then create route tables. As you can see, we have we are still in the VPC dashboard. So route tables, click on route tables. We already have the route tables created. So let's see what we have here. Okay, so we need to make changes to this route table. So what are we doing here? Once the attachments are created, we need to configure the route tables to enable routing between them. So in order to do that, first navigate to the route table, which as you can see, I am already here, and then we'll click on the route tables has been created already. So we'll click on the first one, which is demo 3 route table, and then go to the routes, and then edit the routes. So we'll remove this were the ones the prior to creating this video, I was testing this just to make sure that I'm giving you the right information. And so as you can see, I have removed all the ones the demo I did earlier on. Now we are just left with the local route and then that of the internet gateway for the VPC. So we'll go ahead and then add the route. So the first one is we are going to add the route for the for this VPC. So that's demo 2. We'll copy the CIDR and then go to this tab here inside the route and then paste, select, and then select the transit gateway attachment that we created. So these are attachments for demo 3. Then we also do that for the first and third VPC. So this one is the second VPC. Now let's copy the CIDR for the first VPC, which is this one. Copy, and then go back to the routes, paste the IP address, and then select the transit gateway. So we select the attachment. Now this is done. We can safely click on Save Changes. Great. So now that we've added the route for the second VPC, we'll also edit the route for the first and third VPC. So let's do that for the first VPC. We come here, go to route tables, and then select demo 2 public route. Click on the route, click on edit route. Let's remove the previous ones and then create a new route. So we click on add route and then get the VPC CIDR for the third VPC, which is this one. With the CIDR, copy, go back to the route, paste, select the transit gateway, then the attachment, and then do that for the first VPC as well. Copy the IP address, go back to the route, paste, also select the transit gateway attachment, and then now we can save. Let's save this and then go back to the route tables and then also edit the route for the first VPC, which is this one. Go to the routes, click on edit route, remove these ones which we no longer need. So we click on add route. So we copy the IP CIDR for the second VPC, then click on add, select the transit gateway attachments, and then go back to the VPC and copy the VPC CIDR for the third VPC. And then click on add, paste in the IP address, and then select the transit gateway attachment. Then we will save the changes. So let's verify. So with this one, when you go to the routes, you see that we have the transit gateway attachment for the second VPC, and then that of the third VPC. So this is the first VPC. Now, when you look at the route table configuration for the second VPC, let's go to the route. As you can see, we have the IP CIDR for the first VPC, which is the transit gateway attachment here, and then that of the third VPC transit gateway attachment. So I think that is done. Let's also verify the third VPC. So when you go to the route, as you can see, we have the transit gateway attachment for the first VPC, and then that of the second VPC as well. And as you can see, status is active. So now that this is done, the next thing is to, we've already added all the routes. Route propagation, I don't think, no, this is optional. But in a way, if you want route to be automatically propagated to the route table from attached VPCs or VPN connections, you can enable route propagation. So this will basically ensure that any new subnet or VPN connections are automatically added to the route. So basically, that's how the route propagation works. So now that this is done, we'll go ahead and then launch instances in the VPC. So as you can see, I already have some instances for my previous demo. So the instances status is not healthy. I don't know what the issue is, but it looks like okay. So this is passed. Let's check the other two. Okay, the second one is also passed. The third one is also passed. So now that our transit gateway is up and running, when you go to the VPC, go to transit gateway, give it some time to load. So as you can see, this our transit gateway is running, and we also make changes to our route tables. So at this point, we'll go ahead and then test the transit gateway and ensure that resources can be shared in between there. So I'm going to SSH into the instances. So we have demo 2, demo 3, the Keycloak, and also the Keycloak server. I'm going to SSH into these servers. This is for demo 2 VPC, this is for demo 3 VPC, and this is for Cloud Hub 1 VPC. So we have 3 different instances running in 3 VPCs. So let me just connect SSH into the server. Okay, so this is, connected fully. Let me clear this and then SSH into the demo 3 VPC instance as well. So that's also perfect, clear. And then the last one will be the Keycloak server, which is also in VPC 1, clear. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to pin the various IP addresses from each VPC. So this one is for the Keycloak, this IP address for the Keycloak server. I'm going to pin it in demo 2. So as you can see, pin. So you can see there's a reply from the Keycloak server. that is being accessed in demo 2. And then let me do that also in demo 3. Okay, so there's also a reply for the quick look server in demo 3. Now let me get demo 2 IP address and then pin it in demo 3. So let me stop this. So let me pin the demo 2 IP address. As you can see, it is also replying. So there's a reply, there's a data or packet that's being sent from demo 2. So let me get the IP address for demo 3. Before that, let me pin demo 2 IP address in the quick look server. So let's see what happens here. So as you can see, there's a reply coming in from the demo 2 server in the quick look server. So let me test. Let me get the IP address for demo 3 and then test in all the 3 instances. So first one will be from the demo 2 pin. There's a reply coming in from demo 3. We'll close this connection and then go to the quick look server and pin demo 3's IP address. So as you can see, there's also a reply coming in. Packet is being sent. So this is all AWS Transit Gateway at work. You can see how easy it is to be able to access one instance from the other in the various VPCs. If you enjoyed this video, kindly give it a thumbs up. If you have any questions, just comment in the comment section below and I'll reply as soon as possible. Subscribe to the video. Let's hit 100 subscribers and then keep growing the community together. Thank you for watching this video. Don't forget to subscribe. Bye.